All right, everybody, we are finally here. We're at the finals for OLS Online League Series number 12. For this tournament, it was a 3-deck, 1-man format. If you do want some more information on the tournament or how to register for next time, join the Discord in the description below, so go ahead and check it out. They are typically bi-weekly on the off weeks of Duels of Runeterra, so pretty good stuff there. But this finals, I gotta say, it's the first time this has happened in most of the tournaments that I have participated in or casted or whatever. There was a connection problem, unfortunately, on the side of one of the players, which means they made it basically like halfway through the game, and one of the players ended up disconnecting. And because it was that far in the game, what that means, it's a game loss, and that was actually game 2, where the first game was already decided, meaning that the entire match was already over. So it's unfortunate that really there was only one full game to determine who won the series until there was a disconnect. So I'm only going to show that first game. No sense in teasing everybody with the second game leading up to the disconnect. It is what it is. If you guys do want to see that, definitely leave a comment below letting me know that you want to see the first, 7 turns of that disconnect game leading up until the actual disconnect. And I'll go ahead and try to put that video up for you guys a little bit later this week. Maybe a couple days after this video. So just go ahead, let me know in the comments. Again, pretty unfortunate, but we are at least going to get one game. And yeah, pretty good stuff. MacLogan versus WhatAmI. We saw this in round 5. MacLogan being able to take that one away. But both players amazing. WhatAmI winning the recent fight night. MacLogan doing incredible across multiple tournaments, including the PCS trophy. So pretty exciting stuff to have him here. My name is Justin, also known as Shit Just Works. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on the bell, because we're always putting tournament stuff up, always putting Runeterra stuff up. But without further ado, finals of OLS 12 coming right up.
Hooray!
Oh wow, that was underwhelming. All right, bye everybody. I'm out.
I'm excited for the patch, SJW.
All right, we are getting into the game. Give me 1 second to go ahead and get this other hand up, because I didn't actually have that set up for today, but because we do have both hands, I'm doing it.
All right, and we get to see the Soraka Tom Kench again.
Yeah, you take it away. I got to set this up real quick, so go for it.
All right, there's not a whole lot to go for. I'm expecting a pretty, I guess stalemated early game is the best way to put it. WhatAmI does have a fair amount of 1 and 2 drops in order to be able to turn off some of the aggression from the house spiders and the petty well, there's no petty officers out of MacLogan, but there is, Arachnoid Sentry, Dreadweight deckhands, and doesn't really open that many of them. So I think that between the Codger and the potential of a turn 2, either Betty Croker or Hired Gun should be able to just basically, I mean, even if he doesn't turn off the house spider, just blocking one of the units is fine. And if we do see Starspring come down here, things are looking a little bit rough for MacLogan in the early game. Does play Scorched Earths, though, so do want to keep that in mind. 2 whole copies of that, so this spring might not be along for the world. And Scorched Earth. Nope, it's Death Hand.
I would be very excited if we can actually see Scorched Earth go off on the Starspring here, because we saw Starspring actually win a game for WhatAmI earlier today, and the other player was playing Scorched Earth, but it just never came. So we never ended up actually seeing that interaction happen. So we'll see if this Scorched Earth is going to make a difference here.
I'm curious to know if MacLogan is going to just sort of play to his own normal TF Swain game plan, or if he's going to more aggressively look for the Scorched Earth and just say, if I can keep these Star Springs under control, you can't win the game. And just, throw down the TF as a blue card.
And make it rain. It looks like it's going to be the next choice for MacLogan here. Gonna get both units down a little bit lower. This is going to allow the house spider to trade with the hired gun, which is decent. One of the things that I'd actually mentioned last time we saw this this deck from WhatAmI, this Rocka Tom, or Tom Rocka, whatever way you want to call it. If you do end up allowing them to get kind of a wide field of damaged units, it becomes a huge issue because they will continue to get healed. They will continue to utilize this Star Spring on a regular basis, on a turn-by-turn basis. And that becomes a problem because guess what? You lose the game when Star Spring goes off too many times.
And I think that's part of the reason that we saw the Make It Rain was to just keep the number of units in check. Ooh, this Tom Kench is going to really help out WhatAmI, though. Going to be able to take this TF off the table. And I'm a little... No, that'd be wild. That would be really wild. You can't play Twisted Fate's pick a card here. Yeah, that'd be wild.
Would it, though? Would it, though?
Would have been a little wild.
I mean, a Twisted Fate's pick a card is always wild. See what I did there?
Yeah, hey. I hated it. Does get the Zap Spraven, though. If the Scorched Earth comes off of this, I really like MacLogan's position.
All right, everybody. We have two hands. Wha-bam. Let's go. I'm going to adjust this for you guys a little bit. So sorry about the delay there. Had to go ahead and hook up my second account, but we do have both hands now for you guys in the finals here. We're sitting on two Bastions and a Boxtopus, which honestly I just wanted to say that because I love saying Boxtopus.
I keep wanting... All right, maybe you can help me with this.
Oh,
all right,
boy, let's go.
I'm going to tell you what we keep saying, and I'm going to tell you what I want to make it sound like, okay?
Okay.
Boxtopus, Octopussy.
Yeah, that's probably exactly it, because Octopussy is also very fun to say. So
I've never actually seen that movie.
Neither have I.
I definitely have not seen as many James Bond movies as I should.
Oh man, that's awesome.
But I keep wanting to combine those two words somehow, and I haven't found the smoothest way to do it just yet.
All I can say is Riot nailed the card names in this set. I
do really like Boxtopus.
Of all the things that maybe Riot got flack for because this set was...
yeah, let's talk card names, man.
Card names, that's where it really matters here, all right? We need to talk card name meta, all right?
It's always really hard for me to remember card names. But I mean, just the way that they're lined up in Runeterra, I just love so many. Like they sound, the Infinite Mind Splitter sounds really dope.
Sounds like it's gonna take over the world or something.
Exactly. And Jack the Winner, a personal favorite of everybody's coming out of the first Call of the Mountain set.
Okay, wait though. Jack the Winner, I kind of hate because I always want to say Jack the Ripper.
That's your problem.
It is. It's a personal problem that I have, and it's not good. But we do get the Devour coming out onto this Spiderling. Pretty solid unit to target, and not really going to do a whole lot of damage to the Kench. Also, outside of getting killed by something like a Noxian Fervor, importantly, which we do have two of. So this is a two of, in MacLogan's deck. We have both early on here in the first hand. I don't know. This is I'm very curious to see if we finally get a leveled up Kench. We still haven't seen a leveled up Kench today, right?
No, and through 2 Bastion, I would have to imagine that WhatAmI is going to be able to get it done, because I think what MacLogan wants to go for here is play the Swain, Noxian Fervor the Tom Kench when it goes to eat the Swain, have everything work out hunky-dory, but a Bastion does sort of turn that off, and I don't know that there's a great way for Mac to play around that. He can just throw down the Zap Sprafen, but it's not like that plays safer, because it's still just something that's going to get eaten by the Kench. And this Star Spring isn't so far along that you immediately need this Scorched Earth. You can take a little bit longer to get to it.
Yeah, yep, 100%. So we'll see what WhatAmI decides to do here. We could just Devour again, and I don't see why not. We have the Devour, we have the Bastion. Boxtopus isn't terrible because you are going to get more utilization out of that Star Spring. You probably want to try to go for that as quickly as possible. We'll see if this prompts any sort of response out of MacLogan. We could see a Fervor come down to kill something here. Unfortunately now, though, WhatAmI playing that Boxtopus, what it does is it prevents the Devour plus Bastion if that is the route that WhatAmI decides to go.
I mean, we've seen him slow roll the Tom Kench before. He doesn't feel like he needs to play a Devour every turn. What is this Star Spring at? 8?
I think that's at 8. It was either 8 or 5. It was either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8.
Oh, wow. That was helpful.
I try.
It looks like it was 8. 5. So
no,
now
it's 8.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, see, now that's what we need. See those great big giant numbers over the Star Spring? We need that for the champions.
Yeah, give me that for the TF level up. Honestly, this TF, he's not far away. He's far enough away that you can't do it this turn with the Zap Sprafen and the Salvage, and it doesn't really matter, as it looks like you are just going to lose him here. Nothing that MacLogan's actually going to be able to do to stop that one. But the next Twisted Fate,
let's talk about the second Twisted Fate win condition.
second
here.
Twisted Fate is still in range of just getting gobbled up by this Tahm Kench.
Yeah, and I'm kind of looking forward to Tahm Kench gobbling up this Swain, which is going to feel really freaking good for what
Wild sentence.
Listen, sometimes the thought doesn't really fully make it through the thinking process.
Oh, man. So I'm curious as to whether or not MacLogan actually wants to fire off the TF's pick a card here and just try to find one of those pivotal 8 drops on turn 8. If you throw away the other 2 cards, I don't know how much you actually care, because the other things that you are going to get is going to be the Leviathan, something that you need to actually go more towards in ending this game, or even a Riptide Rex. You will have the Fervor mana alongside it. But it looks like it's not going to be the case. Does just let the TF die. And now, without a hired gun to get vulnerable to it, maybe this TF levels. But no, there's a Tahm Kench on board that we still got to deal with. Does pick up the Leviathan, though, as well as a Noxian, or not a Noxian Fervor, already had those. The Ravenous Flock to play through this Bastion just a little bit better. Oh, and even picks up a Culling Strike.
Still no Scorched Earth, too. And this is going to get a little dangerous for MacLogan if we don't find one. And like I mentioned earlier, look at the board. Look at WhatAmi's board. We have a wide field of things just ready and willing to get healed pretty soon. We do have the Calling Strike coming out, but that is going to get snuffed out by one of these Bastions. Oh, actually, no. The Pale Cascade will actually put it outside of the range. So now we still have 2 Bastions as backup. Wow, does that feel good.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now the Tahm Kench is 1 away from leveling.
We also have Star Shaping, which very quietly can just win the game. You heard that right. Healing card will be able to just win the game for WhatAmI.
Does he have a different way to win?
I mean,
no. With this kind of board, you could aggro down your opponent, theoretically, if you had a really long time.
Yeah, but we know how this deck works now, right?
Yeah.
We don't attack with this deck. We just chill. We are Netflix and chilling with this bad boy.
I mean, as cool as, Boxtopus is as a 3-1 challenger, if you can just heal it up to a 3-4, constantly get these Star Springs. And now we are approaching the point where you feel a little bit pressured to start to find that Scorched Earth.
Oh, yeah, he needs it. MacLogan probably in the next, 2 turns is going to need that Scorched Earth. Otherwise, WhatAmI might be able to take it home here. I will say, WhatAmI is kind of capped at how much healing can actually get done not anymore.
I'm a little surprised by the gold card since it does just hit a Boxtopus.
Yeah, especially on the attack turn of MacLogan. I mean, I guess we're
just killing all the 3 attack units to push through the Swain.
How do we kill? All right, so we can get a Noxian Fervor off. Oh, this is gonna... Wow. God, that is so strong. I know Tahm Kench gets a lot of flack, and he doesn't seem that great on his own, but when you're able to just a 2 mana get rid of a unit, and that unit is Swain, wow, talk about a good freaking card. And yeah, now all these units go bye-bye.
So funny enough, WhatAmI has 2 Bastions in hand, right?
Yep.
So actually the +2/+2 does let it dodge all of the removal coming out of MacLogan this turn, even if he were to try to layer it through he doesn't even have to layer it through to the 2 spell shields, because this is gonna get a Bastion, and then you could Fervor to pop
Star
the spell
Shaping.
Shield.
He's thinking about Star Shaping.
Star Shaping? You didn't tell me you had that in hand.
Oh, I mentioned it earlier. I thought.
I forgot about it. It's been so long.
Yeah, we're stars. Yeah, he's. That was the fastest concede. That was the fastest concede I have ever seen. He's just like, F this. Star Shaping? Nah, I'm out. All right, and with that said, because that was the one game, like I mentioned, the second game leading to a disconnect, WhatAmI is, in fact, going to go ahead and take home the second tournament win in a row right after Fight Night. Fight Night was Friday. This was Saturday night. Woo! WhatAmI on fire. So we'll see if WhatAmI can continue his streak heading into next week with some of the other tournaments. We get another Duels of Runeterra coming up on Halloween. And definitely tune in for that, because I'm going to be wearing a costume. And it's going to be spooky. That's why I have the lights flickering. Yeah, I planned that. Not really, but I'm going to say I did. As always, everybody, stay healthy, stay positive. I hope shit just works for you, and peace out.